do you feel about yourself? When was the last time you took time out of your busy schedule to just celebrate yourself? Come on, be honest. When was the last time you appreciated something you've achieved or just the fact that you're no longer the person you used to be? There's an old church saying that goes, I may not be where I want to be, but I thank God I'm not where I used to be. In other words, change has come. Well, if that's true, then why are so many people allowing negative thoughts about themselves to keep them from throwing their own parties? Romans 8:1 says, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Now, this means that because we are in Christ, we no longer have to walk in things like guilt and shame anymore. And whatever you're being accused of, saints, know that it isn't coming from God. The Bible in Revelations chapter 12, verse 10 says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. It says, for the accuser of our brethren, which we know is Satan, it says, is cast down, which accused them, meaning us, before our God day and night. This means that if there is an accusation that is coming against you, it's not coming from God. It's coming from the accuser of the brethren, which is why some of you find it so hard to celebrate yourself. You have an accusatory spirit hijacking your faith as a result of past histories, and get this, that probably no longer even matter anymore. You ever from out of nowhere got a mental picture of a past failure that for no reason just leaped onto the stage of your mind? Well, it happened to me so many times in my own life. I used to think more about my failures than I did about the promise of God for my life. And because I was continually plagued by those thoughts, I took ownership of them instead of rejecting them and sending them back from whence they came. I heard a minister once say that the reason why Satan continues to remind you over and over again about your past failures is because, number one, he no longer has an audience with God anymore. And number two, he simply ran out of original material. See, that's why you can't allow the repetition of past hurts or negative memories to chain you to the prison of defeat. Learn how to pick the locks of your prison, saints, and dare to resist the hurts and disappointments of yesterday. Isaiah 43 verse 18 and 19 says, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Verse 19 says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? It says, I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So listen, happiness is feeling good about yourself, your sense of worth and your sense of value. But even though happiness determines how good you feel, feeling good or happiness is fleeting and temporal. Because happiness, which the root word of happy is hap, which suggests that something has to happen in order for you to be happy. And hear me, puts the onus on something or somebody other than yourself. And you should never put that level of responsibility in the hands of anyone or anything but you and God. Why? Because the two of you are the only ones who can truly make you happy. And I can't speak for you, but I make a choice to be happy, even if nothing happens. Because as long as I have God and he has me, the joy of the Lord, Nehemiah 8 and 10 says, is my strength. See, we were built for this type of connection. Our hearts require fellowship. Your mind, saints, demands negotiation. And your mouth longs for an ear that understands that the Creator establishes our need for him. And he is a jealous God, which is why it's so necessary for us to celebrate ourselves. The God of the universe chose the flawed us to fellowship with, which is why even the wounded divorcee still reaches out to risk love again. And even at the cost of an emotional havoc, something in us will always reach out for the one who will take the time to celebrate you. Well, that someone is you and God. And because you know where you came from, you also need to know that because God is not through with us yet, never get so busy celebrating others that you forget to also celebrate yourself. In fact, go out today and do something nice for yourself. You deserve it. Until next time, God bless you.